Hello, welcome to Rhonda's Readings. I'm Rhonda Kelly, coming to you live on the 30th of May at 4 p.m. So coming to you on a Tuesday, just a little bit earlier than normal. I normally do this, I'm aiming to do this every Tuesday fortnight, but it's sort of turning out to be sort of monthly. So, and this is the opposite week that I thought, but anyway, I'm here. So, welcome everyone. So yeah, basically, if you've been keeping up to date with my Facebook, hi, I've got someone watching Facebook user. Just with the link in the description, there is a thing you can click on to give StreamYard permission to let me see your name. Excuse me, I've just got turned the volume off on my phone. I should have done that first. A little bit out of practice with the lives. Yeah, so basically, yeah, I've obviously had a lot going on. For those of you who've been following me on Facebook, my mum died on Thursday, and yeah, I just did a little thank you live, just thanking everyone for your messages of condolences. I really appreciate it. It's not unexpected; it's a surprise, but it's not unexpected. I thought it would be a few months later. But you know, she was 92 and had medical issues, and sort of in recent days she had chest pain and things like that. So yeah, that was going on. Thank you so much. So again, I've got a Facebook user. So remember, just the link, you've got to give StreamYard permission to show your name, because I don't know who it is. So I can see that 2 people have said hello. Hello. So because I'm coming to you at 4 p.m, people are probably still going to be at work. So I'm not expecting a lot of people here. If you do want, so I'll just put my ticker going across showing my website. My website is a bit glitchy at the moment. You can't see the homepage. I created a new one. You can't see that. So my shop is still working. My tour dates are still working and the rest of it. Just with my usual lives, if I will be doing readings today, if you do want your chance of having a reading, you've got to like and share. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings, or like my Facebook page, Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly, or my Facebook group, Rhonda's Readings. So you have to do that. Let me know you've done that and then ask your question. Or there's a $5 sort of donation to PayPal. And I have had someone do that. So I know who you are. I'll be looking out for your name and your question. I'll do that one first. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rhonda Kelly. My business is Rhonda's Readings, international clairvoyant and psychic medium. I do readings all around Australia. I have also been to psychic fairs in New Zealand 2019, 2023, and Malaysia, Singapore 2019. So obviously COVID buggered everything up in terms of touring overseas. So still doing tours, still doing readings overseas via phone and Zoom and WhatsApp, still available to do that. And I charge in Australian dollars, obviously. And I'm also doing sort of psychic fairs and spiritual events around Australia. As you know, I also host Ocean Wings. So that's my brand, oceanwings.com.au. I don't have any psychic fairs coming up this year, just I knew that Mum was going to die this year, so intentionally didn't arrange anything. What I do have on the 30th of July in the Gold Coast in Queensland is a psychic cruise. So that's $100 for a 2-hour psychic cruise. That includes afternoon tea, cruise commentary, an individual reading, and a group platform. So that's quite a lot involved in the 2 hours, but you get to sort of relax a bit, have your reading, and then ask me any questions in the group setting kind of thing. So that's oceanwings.com.au if you're interested in the psychic cruise. Just also want to give a shout out to Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival. Always a wonderful festival. I was joined by Torspell and Tinkerbell, both amazing psychic mediums, and Torspell does readings in Auslan. So we obviously have a following in the deaf community, so that's absolutely amazing. And also thank you particularly to those 2 as well for their support with my mum's recent passing. I really do appreciate that. It's nice to have friends as well as people you work with. Yeah, so that's thank you to Sydney. And if you don't follow my TikTok Rhonda's Readings, please, well, why not? Please follow it. I'm just going to show you the account on my phone so you can see what it looks like. This is the account, TikTok Rhonda's Readings, and it's all a bit flashy. I've done some things with Vivid, done a little memoriam to Mum, and those ones just there are the Sydney Mind Body Spirit. So we do actually do quite sort of fun TikToks, sort of showing what we're doing, and inspired by whatever song I have in my head or whatever I've got, I put that to music. So that's what we do at the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival. But doing the same at the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival. Just before I get onto readings, I'll just explain what I'm going to be doing. Taking bookings now for the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival, 9th to the 12th of June, 10 to 7, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday it finishes at 6 p.m. So there's a bit of a typo there. Taking bookings now, you can text me, or you can phone me, or you can fill out the exhibitor portal inquiry, which is what most people done. So I've got about 3 bookings, I think, for Melbourne so far. Also got a couple of bookings for Perth. So Perth's the following weekend, so that's the 16th to the 18th of June. I can't remember what days I've got the bookings, but they just sent any exhibit inquiry through the online platform. So if you Google Mind Body Spirit, search exhibitors, Rhonda's Readings, you'll find me in the Melbourne MBS, and Everywoman Expo, you'll find me for the Perth MBS. Then after Perth, we're going up to the Sunshine Coast for a bit of a holiday, but I've got something to do in Brisbane as well, so we'll be around then. And then back to Sydney around the 5th of July. So that's where I'll be available to do face-to-face readings. And obviously just message me if you'd like to book in. Otherwise, I'll sort of, you'll see me on social media and that sort of thing. I'm not doing, a lot of people contact me and say, hey, can I just ask you about my love life? Or, hey, just got a quick question. I don't actually do that. So this is the only opportunity you have to ask me a question like that. And my expectation is that you've liked and shared or paid $5 to PayPal, and then I'll answer the question. If you send me a message like that, I just don't respond to it anymore. Not that I answer them, but I used to say, oh, I can't help you. And then that would be a conversation about why I should do the reading. So now I just don't bother getting into that. Yeah, thank you, Lenny. Thank you. Appreciate that. And appreciate your reading a couple of weeks ago and your message during your live. I really appreciate it. I couldn't actually hear you properly during your live, so I didn't watch the whole thing, but yeah, I do appreciate it. Okay. Hi, Donna. Thank you. Yeah, so as I said, if you'd like to have a reading, please like and share or subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know you've done that, and then ask a question. I am going to thank you, Nicole. So I can't see who the Facebook users are. Thank you, Donna. Okay. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole, did you have your question? I noticed that thank you, Donna. I noticed that you've paid your $5, Nicole. So if you want to post your question. Beautiful, thank you. All right, so I'll do this one first. Okay. I'm surprised so many people are watching because I'm coming to you during business hours. I normally wait and do that. I just thought I had a spot on my head, but it's actually a spot on my computer. So I just wiped it and that looks better. I thought, developed a mole. All right, so Nicole has said, I've reported Ankit Mail to Frank Mail a second time for falsely accusing me of something I have not done. What do you think would be the outcome? First thing I'm getting, Nicole, is it's going to be slow. Because what you've reported is not isolated, actually. But I'm feeling like I feel like they're looking at it. I'm getting a tick from Spirit that you did the right thing to speak up. But I'm feeling like it'll be a bit slow. It's kind of like there'll be a discussion about oh, well, that was unexpected behavior, or, it's just a once off. I want you then to say, well, could you look at it in the context of other behaviors? That's what I'm getting. So there'll be a discussion around that where they'll then do something about it. Ankit, I feel, is really skating on thin ice. And there's there's a there's a bit of a darkness about him. Like, he just it's almost like a defiance, just getting away with things because he can, and he sort of enjoys it. So that's, I just feel like he was inappropriate. So I feel like there'll be a slow outcome, but I want you to say, well, it's not isolated, or it's, I have concerns about it being repeated, kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling. I'm drawn to October, November. Sorry, I'm drawn to August, September, and then I'm drawn to October, November. It's kind of like there'll be something set into place in August, September around how Ankit's going to be managed. But then I feel like he'll get another second chance or something and stuff it up, and then be asked to leave October, November. So it's like you won't get the outcome that's needed. Not that you want the outcome that's needed until later in the year. Thank you for that, Nicole. Hi, Sherry. Thank you. Sherry. I think was it Harry during the PTV live suggested bringing you on? Maybe I should do that and do a live. Thank you, Nicole. I'm just wondering, Cherie, if you could text me, if you're interested in coming on live, text me your email address, and I could send you an invite. Okay. All right. So let me have a look. Okay. Oh, it's Donna. Yeah. Now I can see it. Someone said, how do I do that? I think that's giving Facebook permission to giving StreamYard permission to show your name. It's literally a link in the description, is what it is. Maybe I'll... No, I can't seem to find it. Yeah, can't seem to find it. But there is a little link that you can have. No, I can't seem to do it while I'm doing live. All right, so let me have a look. Yeah, so for those of you who've just joined me, I'll be at Sydney. Where will I be? I'll be in Melbourne on the 9th to 12th of June. Perth on the 16th to 18th of June. Melbourne MBS, I'm at B08. Perth Everywoman, I'm at D40. Then I'll be in the Sunshine Coast the week after that in June, and then back to Sydney the 5th of July. So I'll be up and down the coast during that. Okay. I don't know who... Oh, beautiful. So Donna said she's liked. Thank you, Donna. Any messages from Spirit, please? I've got a gentleman here. I don't feel like he was that tall, but he's saying he stood really tall. He stood proud. And I'm just feeling with him like a shortness of breath, and almost a feeling like I've got low blood pressure or something like that. I feel like he was a grandfather to you. But there was kind of a distance between your family and his family, or something like that. What I feel the message is for you is, because he's drawing my attention to his breathing and his sort of blood pressure. And what I feel the message for you, Donna, is make sure you take the time to breathe. There's a need for you to not work out your priorities right now, but sort of work a bit smarter or something like that. Like, just sort of take a breath and take a step back, before you keep doing. Like there's a need for you to stop and reassess before you actually move forward. That's what I'm getting. And that feels around, it kind of feels like around in your family there's a lot going on for each person in the family, but there's a bit of a synchronicity with that happening. And also as I'm saying that, I'm seeing a lot of visual things happening in front of my eyes. So it's like, and when that happens, that's telling me that you're not seeing what's in front of you. Like it's like it's almost like it's too much going on that you're not seeing it. So I want you to take a breath and then really use your psychic senses and tune into what you're seeing is what I'm getting. Thanks for that, Donna. And if you confirm that you had that grandfather that was quite separate from the rest of the family, what that was. He's also, sorry, Donna, he's acknowledging he's reconnected with the men in his family, like the men in a generation above him. So it's kind of, it's almost like you had a grandfather who like rebelled, ran away from home, and yeah, that's sort of what I'm getting. So if you can place him. All right. Okay. That's okay, Nicole. Alrighty. Oh, and thank you so much to the people who I've had I mean I get people that do validations and send me things and that, but I've had some amazing validations from the Sydney MBS, and it's absolutely beautiful. They unfortunately didn't leave me a Google review, but they did send me a sort of a Wix thing. So that was really nice of them. Just let me have a look. No, I can't seem to do it. And if you do want to leave me a Google review, please make sure it is my profile. So you see me in the PTV photo, and my business, so that's Rhonda's Readings in Ashmore is my Google business page. There's a similar named business page, but that's not mine. And the reason why it's Ashmore in Queensland is just because the post office box was cheaper than Sydney. So I've literally got that as my business postal address. All right, so let me get back to Sheree. Alrighty, Sheree, if you get anything for me, that would be amazing, and send you love and healing. Thank you, Sheree. What I'm sort of seeing is someone handing you money, and then you're saying no, it's got to come from this way, not that way. I want you to be a bit more like diverse in your thinking of money. There's I feel like your husband. It feels like your husband's home with you, or home with you now, and I don't know whether he's not secure in his job or he's looking for work. Something feels a bit strange about that, but I feel like it's almost like he'll get a job and then he'll get a better job straight away, kind of thing. Or while he's working, he'll be offered work doing something else. So it's kind of like just if you can get work and it's decent work and you can do it, then do that and get the money, kind of thing. I know it sounds stupid, but it's kind of like if someone's trying to hand you money, don't fold your arms and say no. Like take the money, kind of thing, because you're very nurturing and caring, Sheree. You really do a lot for people and you really care a lot for people. So when you give so much, you need to receive as well and allow yourself to receive. So I'm a bit confused as to whether I'm picking up on your energy or your husband's energy, but it just feels like with work, if it's not quite what he wants, take the work, because something better is around the corner. That's what I'm getting for that. Thank you for that. Alrighty. So Donna said, I'm psychic, but yes, I'm not seeing what's going on. Haven't done much spirit. Yeah, and that's really what happens is that I get sort of like visual stuff happening when you're not seeing something properly. Like it's almost like you need to you need to sort of shift your focus is what I'm getting. Okay, so thank you everyone who's joined me. If you'd like a chance of having a reading, please like and share the video and let me know that you've done that. I'm actually surprised I've got so many people watching because I'm coming at a bit of an awkward time. For those of you who don't know, I'm at the Melbourne MBS shortly in a couple of weeks. And then the week after that, I'm in Perth. And then back to Melbourne. And then the week after that, I'm going to be in Queensland. And then back to Sydney on the 5th of July. So that's how you can contact me or if you want to have a face-to-face reading. But as you know, I do phone, Zoom. What's the other one? Phone, Zoom, WhatsApp. Yeah, so there's different ways of having a reading. Okay, Lenny said, love to know how StreamYard works. So StreamYard's a streaming platform, and it's basically, I just got a phone call. Yeah, it's a streaming platform, and you can stream to 3 different sources at the time. So I do to my Facebook group and page and YouTube, and you just pay. I think it's $200 a year. I think, and I joined at a time to get like a reduced amount and pay a reduced amount, but that's what it is, and it's an American. That's American dollars as well. Someone said, when's your next event? I'm not doing, so as you know, I have oceanwings.com.au. That's my hosting of psychic fairs and cruises. I'm not hosting any psychic fairs this year. If you don't know, my mum's just died, so I was expecting that to happen later on this year. So that's when I normally host my events. So I've not actually hosting any. I could potentially host one, but I haven't. My sort of my focus is going to be changing and expanding my business. I've got some business ideas that I'm implementing, and I've got a book coming out next year as well. That's because I wasn't going to publish my book until my mum had died, so I was planning to do that next year anyway, so I'll just stick to that platform. So yeah, in other words, I don't have any psychic fairs coming up because that's not my priority this year. I do have a psychic cruise going on at Hope Island on the Gold Coast. So that's on the 30th of July, Sunday the 30th of July from 2 to 4 p.m. That's $100. 2-hour cruise includes an individual reading with me, cruise commentary. There's the guy also sings and plays music, and afternoon tea and like food and drinks, or not non-alcoholic drinks, and also a group platform with me. So that's a 2-hour cruise and includes all that for $100. So that's my next event coming up, but I don't have any psychic fairs coming up. Yeah, obviously, yeah, very busy. Yeah, I don't know why it came up as Facebook user. I mean, it's not. No, it wasn't actually a telemarketer. It was someone I called previously, but I didn't expect her to call back so soon. No, hubby's at work. He's only staying until he gets his license back. Son is having trouble now with his new position. Okay. Yeah. You will get that paperwork. It will happen. Is there someone that's offered to help you do that, actually, Cherie? Because I'm still sort of seeing you almost like folding your arms and saying no to money. I know it sounds ridiculous. So I don't know if that's either your energy or your husband or your son's energy. But there are changes I feel coming up at your husband's work. He's going to be offered either more money or something a bit different. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big traveller. Alrighty. Okay. Thank you, Ward. Did you have a question since you've liked and shared? Okay. Yeah, so this is my, if you do want to leave me a Google review, please look to see that is my account. So it's just my photo and just Rhonda's readings. And you'll have to search Rhonda's readings Ashmore. And I've got, I believe, 14 reviews. Okay, so my screen just flickers. I can't see all the comments. Okay, so please let me know you've liked and shared if you want me to do a reading for you. Okay, and I can't see who they are. So who is this from? If you can type and let me know your name. Okay, and in the meantime, I'll just do a reading for Ward. Will I improve my writings this year? Okay, I'm getting. I know you've asked about this year. I'm getting February. I'm drawn to February as bigger things happening. Like there's a bigger shift in energy in that. So I feel just keep doing your writings. But in terms of opportunities or what you're trying to achieve, I'm not feeling like a change in that energy until February. Is what I'm getting. Yeah, not getting anything else other than that. I don't know why. I don't know whether you get headaches or something, or you write so much that your head aches. So there's a bit of a balance or something needed with that. Thanks for that, Ward. Okay, Shreya's just said, no, I've tried before, but keep getting a brick wall. My son only just told me about needing a paperwork while you started doing my reading. I still feel like he's going to get it. I'm not feeling like it's a hindrance, and maybe it's your son. I'm picking up that there's a job, like another job around the corner or something. I don't know what that is. Okay. So Donna, did you ask about anything for me, or did you ask about your son? I think this is you, Donna. Like to share anything about my son? With your son, I just feel be patient. And I suddenly feel quite upset tuning into son's energy. Like I feel a bit overwhelmed and I feel a bit upset. But things are, I'm feeling like with your son, things are meant to be as they are, and I feel like it's more your energy. I'm feeling don't be too upset, Donna. Like it feels like it's about to change. So it's interesting. It's kind of like there's so similar to Cherie's energy. It's like things are just about to change. Like it's just around the corner kind of thing. And don't worry yourself sick about it because it is going to change. Your son is quite psychic as well. Is what I'm getting with that. Thank you. Okay, let me have a look. So Alison, you asked a question, but let me know when you've liked and shared the video as well. Hi, Gwen. How you going? All right. And also someone asked about my teaching dates. I have time to teach in, sorry for your lids. Oh, thank you for that, Donna. Oh, loss. Yeah, I'll be teaching on a weekend in August and one in September. I do a 3-hour psychic development in the morning and 3-hour mediumship in the afternoon. Last one I did was April. I literally only have about 3 months of the year that I can do it. because otherwise I don't have any weekends to myself kind of thing, which is not ideal. All right, so Gwen, what do I need to know for the next 3 months? Okay. Around your work, watch the gossip or watch the chatter. I know that it's sort of it feels like it's a workplace cultural thing to just chat. And I don't feel like it directly involves you, but there's sort of like there's conflict of people around you, around your work. So it's kind of like just don't even, if they talk about it, don't even chat about it. Why am I seeing green crystals with you? I know that you love frogs, and I love frogs too. Um, but I'm just really crystal. And greens, to me, it's like it's oh, you're not working. Okay. So I don't know what that is around chatter around the work, around the energy around. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'd feel like you. I'm surprised that you're not working, because your energy does feel like you're working. Like I'm not concerned about money for you, Gwenny. Like I feel like, um, uh, no, what? It's only one question. Yeah, Gwenny, I'm feeling like there's work just around the corner from you. So that's a fairly common thing of like things are about to change kind of thing. Um, have you got any interviews or anything coming up, Gwenny? Or is there like someone that you've already made? No, yeah. I feel like it's someone you've already made contact with around work. Like there's something already coming with that. Um, yeah, but that's what I'm getting. Just watch the chatter, like just almost stay away from it, but then just do what you need to do. Hi, Paulus. How you going? So Paulus is going to be joining me at the Melbourne MBS. So as I said, that's 9th to the 12th of June, and taking bookings now. And then I've got Perth the following weekend, and then Queensland, as I was saying. So yeah, lots going on actually. Beautiful. Okay, so that was unsuccessful. Okay, because what I'm picking up, Gwenny, is there's already been like it's like you've already talked to the people you're going to be working with. That's what I'm getting. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Alrighty. Okay. Let me just have a look. I'll just check if anyone else has done the PayPal thing. No? That's good. Alrighty. Yeah, thank you all for joining me, because coming to you live during business hours, I wasn't sure if anyone would. Okay, I've got goosebumps about that, Gwenny. Yeah, that's see if you can go and do that in person if you can. Alrighty. I don't know why, but I'm not sure whose energy I'm feeling, but I'm suddenly just feeling a bit overwhelmed and a bit exhausted. I don't know who's that. Like I only felt that for about the past sort of like 5 minutes. So I don't know whose energy I'm tuning into with that. Okay. All right. Yeah. So obviously I just answer one question at a time. Is anyone from Queensland at all, or anyone from Perth or Melbourne, where I'm going to? I don't actually know. Where are you, Ward? Because you're a new face. Oh, hi, Gwenny. Yeah, so I believe the next one is 18th of August, which I think is a Saturday or Sunday. So I'm doing a day on a weekend in August and in September. I was doing private lessons just with some people, but it sort of was waxing and waning, and it was quite labour intensive for me to kind of follow them up and that sort of thing. So I'm not doing that at the moment, but I am going to be doing doing sort of just one day sort of thing. So I do a 3-hour psychic development in the morning and then a 3-hour mediumship in the afternoon. And I do a bit of healing as well with that. Oh, beautiful. Kia ora, Natasha. So I was just in New Zealand for the Body, Mind, Soul Holistic Fair. Oh, Belgium. Beautiful. I love Belgium. I've been to Bruges and Brussels and another place, but I can't remember. Because I did a tour of Europe and we literally only drove through Belgium. I thought, that's ridiculous. I want to go exploring. So I went back a couple of times when I lived in the UK. Okay. All right. Let me have a look. Yeah, I didn't go up in the Atonium though. So I don't actually know what's inside those big balls, the Atonium. If you could let me know, that would be awesome, because I've been meaning to Google it for the past 15 years and I haven't. Okay. I did a vlog recently and I talked about my travels and people loved it. So I'm going to be including those in my book next year, just some travel stories. Like I remember being in Egypt, we caught a plane from Athens to Cairo. And at the Cairo airport, they check your luggage, all the rest of it. And it's funny because I can see my case behind me for my psychic fair stuff. Anyway, the guy at the airport pulled out a tampon and looked at it and just smelt it. And I didn't know which one he touched, so I threw them all out. But it was just funny, just the cultural differences and the things that happen. And I was doing a tour, and it turned out that he did. Or I don't know, it was him or another guy did the same thing to another lady. And I was too embarrassed to talk about it, but she talked about it and everyone was horrified for her. All right, yeah, Gwenny, I would if it didn't cost me $3,000 to hire a boat. So obviously when I do an event, I need to make it worth my while. So yeah, the cost of hiring cruises around Sydney Harbour are pretty expensive, and it's not really feasible. So unless I sort of did an event where I had a lot more planning or something like that, could possibly do that. But what about out of the Wollongong? I hadn't actually thought of that. If you want to let me know, recommend any boats I could hire, I could possibly do that. And that would be kind of cool, because I could be joined by possibly some psychics that I know in Sydney. Obviously if it's smaller, I'll just do it myself. And because what I'm offering in the Gold Coast cruise is individual readings, and obviously, for a 2-hour cruise, I can't do. Thanks for that, Gwenny. Obviously, for a 2-hour cruise, I can't read 100 people. I can't do that. So I'd have to sort of do that, or maybe just do the platform instead, and focus more on that. So when I've hosted, I believe, 3 cruises now, and I do a combination of things when I do my talk. So I do platform readings where I give the reading to the audience, like you see at the MBS. But what's also happened is people have asked me questions, so I've ended up talking about my journey. So it's not been strictly platform, but obviously with a bigger audience, it would be less intimate, and I'd probably just focus on platform. So yeah, that's probably what I do. Yeah. You're probably confusing wards. So the Queenslanders wear maroon, and people in New South Wales wear blue. So that's for rugby. I couldn't tell you if it's rugby league or union. I don't know the difference. I just know that I grew up in Victoria and I follow AFL, so Aussie Rules Football. So I don't actually follow the rugby, although I lived in Sydney for 8 years. but yeah, that's what we do. Alrighty. I don't think I've got any other questions. Yeah, so I'm just going to do a bit of a rehash. So Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival, nights of the 12th, 10 to 7, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and 10 to 6, Monday the 12th. I'm joined by Torspell there, so readings will be available in Auslan at B08. On the 16th to the 18th of June, so that's Friday to Sunday, I'll be at D40 of the Everywoman Expo in Perth. Apparently, I'm really excited. I haven't been to the festival yet. It's a massive festival. It's sort of high-end fashion and jewelry and all those things. It's talking about women's health and fitness, and sounds like a beautiful event. So that is 10 to 5, I believe, every day. The times did actually change on the website, so I'm not sure if some of the days are 10 to 6, but definitely 10 to 5. That's Perth. Then I'm going up to Brisbane and Sunshine Coast the end of June to start of July, and then back to Sydney on the 5th of July. So I'll be quite busy sort of touring. And then August, September, I'm sort of a bit more settled in one place. I will be spending some time in Geelong in Victoria. And then obviously October is the Sydney MBS again, and November the Melbourne MBS, and then sort of back to start again. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo? I don't know what that means. Yeah, absolutely. It's so cool. And that's Torspell who does that. My dad was the type of man who had limited sort of formal education, but he taught himself languages, and he knew German, he knew Auslan, he knew things. So, boohoo, Melbourne AFL. Okay. So I know the alphabet in Auslan, but as far as signing something, I'd be doing it so slowly that it would not make sense for me to do a psychic reading in Auslan. But Torspell actually speaks the language, so we have a bit of a following actually in Melbourne in the deaf community, which is amazing. All right, so Waters just published, have fear show your true emotions, show your tears that they control the oceans. And so it seemed that to be that you and me became the blue of the sea. Okay, thank you for that, Ward. Alrighty. Yeah, so I might call it an afternoon. I just thought I'd do a live. I'm not doing them as regularly as I wanted to. I'll be aiming to do one in 3 weeks' time. So that will be whatever that date is in 3 weeks' time on a Tuesday, because a Tuesday actually suits me. Thank you, Gwenny. Bye-bye, seeing a frog. Yeah, so I've given you my tour dates coming up. So if you're in Melbourne, Perth and Queensland and then Sydney, you'll be able to catch up with me over the next couple of months. Obviously, I'm going to be in Melbourne for Mum's funeral next week. So that's fortunately for me before the MBS. That would have been a nightmare if that was during the Mind Body Spirit Festival, because that's I can't sort of not be there or not be at either of them. So yeah, I'm fortunate about that. But as I said, as I started off with, was thank you so much for all your condolences and messages with my mum's recent passing. I have talked about that in the Spiritual Voice magazine. If you don't know, I'm the editor of the Spiritual Voice magazine for the Australian Spiritual Alliance. I'm also the executive secretary of the Australian Spiritual Alliance. So if either of you, and obviously you're here because you have an interest in spirituality, if any of you would like to contribute to the magazine or write an article, you're more than welcome to message me. That's my, thank you, Gwenny. So that's obviously my phone number. My website is going across with the ticker. Please be aware my homepage isn't working, but you can look on the contact details for my email address and that sort of thing if you did want to contribute to the Spiritualist Voice. Other than that, I'll see you in about 3 weeks' time. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you.